Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for June 2018. This is for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and those who've just intuitively been guided to the channel. Welcome. I hope you receive your message here. I hope you receive clarity and hope and strength and the ability to face whatever it is that you may need to face. Yeah, I wish all that for you. Okay. I'm going to try not to talk too much in your reading to try to bring the time down a little bit. But what I've been doing is I've been starting everyone's reading talking about their major arcana, what represents them. And for you, it's the Hierophant. Um, I'm reading from the book, the Tarot Illuminato, because I use this deck so much. And I just love the wording. So I'm going to go ahead and read, and then we're going to get into your reading. So the Hierophant. It's the institution of the sacred. Millennia has passed, and the lives of many men and women have come and gone. In their place, they left history, and in that history, they left a treasure house of wisdom, experience, knowledge, and teachings. It is from this collective storehouse of past wisdom and knowledge that tradition arises. And the most effective means by which these traditions might be taught and accessed, organizations, institutions. Such things were originally intended as a safe and stable environment for the passing on of tradition and the wisdom contained therein. When you step into my church, wisdom seeker, you step into the rich tradition upon which it is built. When you seek knowledge from me, you also take your rightful place in the long line of those other knowledge-hungry seekers. I am the messenger of the great and noble wisdom that millions seek, and which is offered to them every moment by those who have taken on the mantle of the Hierophant, revealer of the sacred. I can show you the mysteries and hand you the keys to the doors of knowledge, but you must know that receiving of traditional wisdom from a teacher is a necessary step to any true path of knowing. Beautiful. Um, so this really talks about you, Taurus, and it's like having those keys, right? Having the keys to the kingdom. But I need patience. I need a quiet mind. I feel like what this is really talking about is when we're seeking knowledge, many are seeking knowledge, but to really truly receive it, it has, you want to have yourself in a receiving mode. What does that mean? It means I'm willing to release the negativity of something, situation, person, what have you, because I seek truth. So you are the truth seeker. And it makes perfect sense because, much like Virgo, your sister, and I'm Virgo, it is like, I know you guys to be much like the Virgo, as in detective work, getting to the bottom of something. But I also feel like there needs to be an open mind too, right? Because I don't know why I'm saying this. Maybe it'll come up in a reading. But I feel like for some of you, it is about seeking the truth, receiving the truth, and then what you do with it beyond that. Because I feel like the truth is going to be delivered to you. And it could be good. It may not be so good. But the fact of the matter is, what I do with this knowledge afterwards, I need to almost like come from your logical mind. Okay. Anyways, so the themes and concepts with the Hierophant: organizations and institutions, spiritual authority, memory, traditional teachings, convention, revelation of the sacred, knowledge and book learning, a teacher, priesthood, history and learning from the past, learning from the experience of others. Beautiful. So this is the Tarot Illuminato, again by Kim Huggins and Eric Dunn. And let's begin your reading. All my decks have been pre-shuffled, but I do like to shuffle once I push record. Pick up your energy. You know, by the way, it doesn't matter when you see this video. If you've been guided to, let's say it's August, and for some reason you're guided back to this reading, know that there's a reason for that. Sometimes I feel like when we're guided back into a reading, there's something that we didn't miss, or there's something we missed. Okay, I'm just going to calm our minds. I'm going to release the outcome. I'm just going to go with the flow naturally. And let's begin. Feel free to send over your intentions for confirmation. You know, if this reading is for you or not. You know, if you're learning, I think what I really love for everyone is, you know, including myself, is our intuition, allowing it to get stronger and stronger and stronger. We have to remember it's like a muscle. It needs worked out, right? The more we don't trust in it, the less we feel it for its true guidance. And it can turn into what feels like fear instead of truth. Okay. We have the World card. Is your opening card, the World. So this means a new chapter wants to begin in your life, but something's got to go. Something's got to close. You know, it's just like I got to close one door so I can go into this next door. The next door won't open unless the door behind it is completely closed. But what I love about going into the World is it's a very spiritual time. It's a time of really having clarity. It should be a joyful time. For some of you, this could be like literally starting a spiritual path, opening up to your spirituality. We have the Five of Cups. Okay, so I have a feeling this is probably what's going to have to go. The Five of Cups, the energy of missing someone. You know, it's the energy of crying over spilt milk. Why do they say it like that, right? Because here I am, missing someone. Yet, the card itself says, I'm crying over spilt milk. But it doesn't feel like that. For some of you, I feel like this is an old energy. Like this is you, like you've been missing someone. And maybe your focus has been there, right, on that person. Even, you know, I'm seeing the blood in the cups, and it's reminding me of anger or jealousy, and you know, probably all of the above. So I feel like there's something that you're not seeing, something you didn't see, or something that you're refusing to see about a certain someone. But within the Five of Cups, we have two cups that remain, two cups that are pure, that are not affected by, or should not be affected by previous heartache. And I feel like this is what you're clearing up. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Ace of Swords. You know, the world and the Ace of Swords mirroring each other. Bring this down. You know, it's like some type of truth being delivered to you, some type of clarity that helps, excuse me, that helps you move on from the past. Excuse me. I'm feeling this Ace of Swords is a real victory. Yeah, like in the long run, here's the crown. I can't see, I got to bring up just a little. When I see the Ace of Swords, I always feel like, I feel like I've been through a battle and I'm coming out the other end. I'm coming out victorious. But this is victory over my own thoughts. You know, this is knowing that this direction you're now moving into is the right direction. Okay, let's keep going. You know, what I'm noticing within the world card is I'm seeing the earth and I'm also seeing water. And that's kind of what I have here with the Five of Cups. I'm seeing a lot of water. And with the Ace of Swords, even though it's air, I'm seeing a lot of earth with it. So I feel like what you're receiving in the month of June is balance over. You know, for some of you, it's like you've been focused on someone. You've been focused, wanting to bring someone back. It's almost like, you know, it feels like the robe of the hermit here. So, you know, this starts as a mental kind of energy, right? Like, I can't stop thinking about them, right? But yet, there were major problems. I almost feel like it doesn't matter why, because the problems were there. Um, you know, and just look at the coldness. I think what I'm trying to say is I want you to look at what you thought you were missing. Like, look at it for what it truly is. Look at this person. Because I feel two things here. You know, I do feel like there was jealousy, anger, passion, yes. But I also want to remind you, Taurus, you don't like to be out of control like that. You like to know what's going on. You want the truth, always. And, you know, I'm feeling like now you're wrapped in the hermit's cloak. So it gave you a chance to look at the cups relating to yourself. If I received what I think I want, would I truly be happy? I don't think. Because it feels like what's behind you is very pure. And for some of you, it is taking time out. Like you have taken the time out to analyze. And I don't know why, all of a sudden I feel like, and then you put on this cloak because you start to feel the coldness of what it was and how it made you feel. And, you know, even if this is you, where it was your anger, even your jealousy, I want you to understand something. I feel like someone pulls this part of you out. They don't allow you to show up as your best self. So recognize that too, because love is not supposed to feel that way. And I do, you know, because I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like we don't need to spend a lot of time on this. I feel like you have, um, and for some of you, it's been a long time. And, you know, there may have been times, you know, maybe you were together 3 separate times. And each time it didn't work out. Maybe that's what I got to focus on. But I kind of feel like you've already done this with the Ace of Swords here. Okay, let's keep going. So 20, 21, 21, so 26. So that'd be an 8. Beautiful. So this is about moving on from a situation because something else wants to begin, and it wants to begin now. You know what I mean? Like, it's ready. And at court, there may be fear going in this direction, and we'll check to see what that is. You know, it's like, well, because it's new, it's different. Okay, let's keep going. Whoa, I got a lot of cards. We'll take them though. I have the 3 of Pentacles. I have the 10 of Wands under the 5 of Cups, which makes perfect sense. Almost like you've been carrying someone else's burden around for too long. I have the Prince of Swords. Possible air. Gemini, Leo, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, well, let's keep going. I have the 9 of Swords. I have the Prince of Cups. I have the 6 of Cups. I have the 8 of Cups, which I thought I already saw that. I have the 2 of Swords. I have the Wheel, beautiful, which really equals, yep, would equal out the spread here. So that's beautiful. So I feel like our extras are the 2 of Wands and the King of Cups. Okay. So 2 of Wands is about starting a new path, right? But within the 2 of Wands, there is still a little fear attached. It's fear attached of moving from the past into what will be your future. King of Cups could certainly be a water sign for you. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And Let me tell you something. The King of Cups in the upright is a very loving energy. It's a very open energy. It is very passionate energy. So I feel like what this is talking about, Taurus, is we'll see who this King of Cups is, but for some of you, this is like he is the one bringing in this change, so to speak. Okay, whether it's just his energy, but it is what's ushering in this new beginning. So for some of you, especially with this Five of Cups here, it does feel like there is complete understanding over, I hate to say complete. Do we ever have complete understanding? Probably not. Probably not until we pass, right? But I do feel like there is enough understanding over that, and even like how you kept yourself in it. And I hope you guys know this reading can be completely the other way for you, right? You're either experiencing or you are, you could be the person that someone's trying to get over, right? But anyways, beautiful King of Cups representing there. So this is showing me an open heart. This is showing me someone who is making space for love. And it doesn't have to be just love. Like, I don't feel like I am seeking out love here. Love may be seeking me out, but I don't feel like I'm seeking it out. I feel more what it's talking about is allowing this new chapter to begin and go into it with an open heart. Because again, clarity is here over a previous partner. This could be many previous partners, right? But what I'm doing is I'm learning about myself with the Ace of Swords. Even if I heard something about them, ultimately what I'm doing is I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about how I am in a relationship, perhaps. I'm looking at things like, what is it within me? If I find myself in these type of relationships over and over and over again, I have to look at my own energy. I have to know my own truth. Because once I know my truth, well, there you go. That's when you can really open up your heart. That's when you can really put the past behind you. Okay. Somebody may be bringing you, let me put it this way. You're in the Ten of Wands energy, okay? Ten of Wands energy is about definitely lessons I've learned on this journey, right? Definitely lessons that I've learned. Ten of Wands is carrying a burden around, feeling like, and by the way, by the Three of Pentacles, you may be carrying everybody else's burdens around. But this can relate to a specific person because I feel like the Prince of Swords is coming in and somehow relieving this Ten of Wands from you, somehow releasing this burden that you've been carrying for quite a while. And again, it could certainly be attached to previous relationships or a previous relationship. I love the clarity you are receiving It's almost like the High Priestess should be here. Or the Hierophant. It doesn't, they probably will show up. So this Prince of Swords is coming in as a help, not a hindrance. Coming in to help relieve the burden, to end this Ten of Wands. For some of you, this could be someone new entering into your life. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be though. I know, I say that all the time, but I mean it. Like, don't even think that way, because Prince of Swords is going to the Three of Pentacles, it was just going to the Ten of Wands. So this prince is here to help. And not only is he here to help, and by the way, it could be she too, but it is literally ending this burden that you've been carrying for a long time. It's almost like this knight comes in and distinguishes the fire, the heaviness, and it just feels like it's gone. Again, whether it's a person, I don't know yet. Let's drop down to the next line. So I have the Nine of Swords and the Six of Cups mirroring each other, with the Prince of Cups in between. So I have the Nine of Swords. This is about worry. I'm picking up with this 9 that this has been, you've been in a state of worry for a while. And it's looking right at or mirroring the Six of Cups. And I do feel for some of you, this has been worry over whether someone's coming back. Extreme worry, though. Not just worry, but it's affecting your life in a lot of different ways. I have the Prince of Cups here. And it's showing me the worry over that. Now, could this be the other way around? Of course. But I kind of feel like it's more, because I feel like this is coming to an end too. This extreme worry. Yet, can I tell you something? I feel, Taurus, I feel like, you had it, I know it's going to be hard to hear, but you had to go through this energy. You had to feel it. It could have shook you to your core. That's just what I'm going to say. That's what I feel like. It could have shook me to my core. A lot of mental energy that is not serving you. It's serving you in one way if you allow it. It's allowing you to look at it. Why? 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 Why do I have all this worry? Does this person hold in my life so strongly that it puts me in this state? And I'm not going to kid myself and think that some of you, this is not, this is what you're going through right now. Like, I have a feeling some of you are wishing and wanting and, thinking about an ex. Because I have to say, you know, I'm looking down the middle line here, and it's a tough line. You know, let me even put the cards back together. It's still tough. And what do I mean by tough? It's a truth that I had to, I feel like it's a truth that I had to feel. Like I had to feel this experience to really wake me up. Wake me up to my own truth. Wake me up to what I deserve, you know. And you know, a few of you may have an ex trying to come back. Or, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Because I feel like part of me wants to push you away from this person. Um, I think I have to leave that up to you. What do I mean by that? You come to me for answers. I have to leave that up to you. You know, what I'm seeing is, now I have a feeling I'm talking about two different people here, two different groups. Because here I have clarity. I know that who I've been fixated on is all wrong for me. You know, not only that, but you know, it has been hard. It has been a burden to carry this around. You know, matter of fact, when I see the Ten of Wands in this deck, I always feel like I'm walking to the tower. So sometimes it's energy that I wanted to end, but on my own, especially with the Three of Pentacles here, on my own, it is difficult, right? I've been carrying this burden with me for so long. What will I do without it? Almost. But again, there's help being sent your way. This burden is ending. And this is a great thing. Okay, let's go back down here now. And you know, it's so funny because when I got all these cards, this is exactly what I was going to do. I was going to separate them like this, but I have such little table room. Okay, so let's talk about this person from the past for a second. Again, a different group of you. There's still worry though attached. There's still a lot of mental energy being released that doesn't feel great. And with the Eight of Cups below that, you know, I'm just noticing that both are really nighttime cards. Both are really can relate to our dreams, right? Not just the way we're thinking, but also how we dream. And you know, what I feel here is for some of you, this is energy. You may feel them in your dreams. You may feel them in your dreams. You know, and real quick, I feel like for a couple of you, this is someone who is coming back, and maybe you feel it. You feel the energy of it. Um, you definitely feel the energy of it. You know, I'm seeing that someone walked away previously. Well, of course. But why did they walk away? Or why did you walk away? Well, with the Eight of Cups, hmm, um, I feel like somebody thought there was a better choice out there for them. Whether it be you or this ex. I feel this is why you broke up previously. Someone was feeling that there were other choices. I also feel like within these other choices, I feel that you may have seen them or someone you know saw them with someone else, saw them talking or flirting with someone else. Definitely it was seen. Again, this is old energy though, okay? This is older energy. And I have the wheel down here, which tells me that yes, you can do this again. It is mirrored by the Eight of Cups though. Um, with the Two of Swords in between, and I feel like Two of Swords is, you know, if you decide to take this person back, and listen, this could be the other way around, right? This could be you approaching someone, an ex. But nonetheless, here's what I feel. I feel that I need to take some time. I need to make sure this is truly what I want. This is how I want to live my life. And this is who I want to live my life with. I have the wheel and the Ace of Swords mirroring each other. So I feel like this is saying be really honest with yourself. For a few of you, this could be a water sign, um, Cancer, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And, you know, because we also had water up here too. All right, let me see. I also feel like relating to a career, a job, especially with the World card opening up this reading. I feel like, Taurus, there may be a position opening up. Opening up. Okay, let me say, all right, so this is what I feel for some of you at your work. I feel like there's a position opening up. It may have already opened up and you may have already applied for it. Um, this is how you'll know if this is you, because I feel like what you're telling yourself is if I don't get this promotion, if I don't get this job, I don't get this opportunity, then that's it. I'm leaving. I'm done. So it's do or die, right? And then I have the Eight of Cups and the World mirroring each other. So it is, you know, you are seeking more. You may put in a lot of hours and you're not having very much fun. Now, I know that you can work your ass off. Just like Virgo, you can work your ass off. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of fun. And this may be what makes you want to leave a particular company if this promotion does not go through. You know, I think it will go through, but here's what I'm feeling below that, underneath that, is you have a desire to move away from this company anyway. It's very clear. Like you have this, I wouldn't say underlying desire, but it is pushing its way up. You know, it's almost like forcing you to really examine this too. Wow, a lot of examination. But listen, everything you're examining this month is only moving you up, only moving you forward, only giving you clarity. So don't be afraid of that. Um, because what I'm feeling is I just don't feel like you want to be there anyway. And I do feel like, there are other companies that would hire you without a doubt. Get those resumes out if you want to leave where you're working. Could even be a little bit of office politics and that type of stuff that's driving you a little mad. So the promotion or whatever this is for you looks promising. So it looks like it's going to come through. And, I just want to say, Taurus, it looks like it's going to come through, and you think that's going to make you happy, and it may make your pocketbook a little more happier, but does it, does it help your emotional state? Does it give you the balance that you need? Look at that. Because why I'm saying it is I feel like there are other opportunities. And you have that desire, anyways, to move beyond where you're at. With the wheel here, it's definitely the energy of just allowing you to, it just feels like a flow this month. Like things are just flowing, like things are flowing away from me. I'm not putting up resistance and things are flowing to me. Well, why? Because I'm not putting up resistance. Almost like I'm allowing the universe to do what the universe wants to do. However, the universe is also asking me to be honest with myself. What are my true desires? Am I going after them? I mean, really, am I going after what you would love to do? And I know that's not always possible, but it is something to work up towards. So maybe that's your advice here is, take the promotion. Again, this could be why this Prince of Swords is coming in because it is a relief of the Ten of Wands. So, if it's a financial thing, with Three of Pentacles, it could be, it's like that is relief. So you make more money. And that's great. And that means a lot. But is it stimulating you? I have to leave that up to you. Okay, let's bring out, let's clarify. And because we have 4 rows, I think we're going to do it row by row. We'll see. We're just going to let it unfold naturally. Give it one more shuffle. I have the moon on the bottom of the deck. I don't feel it's your underlying energy or anything, but You know, definitely seeking clarity. And again, you know, water. And I have a siren going by. So I don't know if that's a warning. Could very well be a warning, like, nope. All right. Okay. Let's look. I'm going to look at the top line. I have the Chariot. Wow. I mean, you know, holy water. Taurus, holy water. Holy water. Okay. So I'm looking at the world. With the Five of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So we have the Chariot. Card of Cancer. Can be Pisces. Pisces is ruled by the moon. We have the Tower. And we have the Nine of Wands. So I could see for some there could be resistance, right, about letting someone go, letting something go. It feels like, you know, if it's not a person, it's the energy of that person. You know, this person, you already let this person go, I feel. They could have let you go. But I feel what this is saying is it would have happened anyway. You know, not from lack of trying. I definitely feel like you tried. I'm not going to say they didn't try. You know, maybe they didn't. Well, let me tell you something. It's hard to live up to us earth signs, right? You know, and we have to remember that. Anyways, so this is something that I've given a lot of effort to. And it just feels like no matter how much effort I give to it, the Tower comes. You know, again, 1, 2, 3 cups spilled over. Could be three times I tried with someone, right? This could definitely have been a karmic relationship. Karma needing to be being asked to be fulfilled. I feel like what it's talking about with the Chariot here is definitely this previous relationship wasn't giving you balance. I feel like it affected you a lot emotionally. And, you know, Taurus, you don't love to send that energy. You know, you're more of a like, fuck you, goodbye type of energy. But hey, someone got you here, right? Someone got to your heart. And listen, again, like a karmic lesson. What was I supposed to learn off of this? Because, you know, I've done it. I keep doing it. Wow, it's so weird how the cards keep switching around in my hand. What was I supposed to learn? Well, it's the balance within yourself. It's the yin and the yang. Definitely this person brought out parts of yourself that you're not proud of, right? But that's human nature, by the way. Human nature. So you may not be proud of it, but don't beat yourself up over it either. Especially if you're someone who, you know, this person, because again, we have the Tower. Could they have abruptly ended a relationship? They could have. But it is through universal. help. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because this is meant to be in your past, and it is showing me what the lesson is, right? It's okay. Number one, part of that lesson was about how you showed up in this relationship or other relationships. Mainly this last one though. Because again, they brought out a side of you that they brought out it's like they brought out your fire, all right, but it was anger. Some it could have been jealousy. But this is to look at that. Okay. Now listen, you may have every reason to be jealous. But the message is more about allowing other people, how do I say this? Because you're allowing it, right? Because you're showing up that way. And that's the lesson. The lesson is, I feel like to truly love yourself more, especially with the world here. So they bring out the parts of you that you're not proud of. But it's showing me, like, I just feel like it doesn't matter how much time I put into this person, the tower will continue to come down. And each time it could be tougher. Because if this is a karmic lesson and I'm not learning it, then it comes back to me in a different way. I want you to think of this analogy, which is actually a true story. I don't know this person, but I heard the story of, a young daughter saying to the mother, I forget what she said, but it was like, Mama, there's a lesson you need to, like, Mama, you're not learning your lesson, something like that. And it's like the daughter forewarning her, but this is like a 5-year-old. So the mother doesn't learn. The mother gets in a car accident, a fender bender. All right, but this lesson is still in her life. Daughter reminds her, Mama, you're not learning this lesson. You're not learning this lesson. Mother's like, not even, too wrapped up in it, maybe. Gets in another car accident, except this time it's a little worse. It's the universe trying to grab her attention. And I feel like that's what's happening here. The universe grabbing your attention. Just saying, learn this lesson, and that'll be that. I'm looking at this 9 of Wands, looking back at the Chariot. And it's like he's saying to the Chariot, come on already. Like, how many times you want me to do this? Come on. Get balanced. It's like talking to you, like, come on. Please let us move to the next chapter. Right? I'm giving it everything. Matter of fact, you got the 10 of Wands. So it is like that energy of learning it. Bam. No wonder I felt like you were walking to the tower within this 10 of Wands energy. Like you want something to be over to. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to look at the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Prince of Swords. Again, the Prince of Swords is coming in. Excuse me, I just had a couple cards fly. Okay, wow. I don't know why the universe always gives me so many cards, but I have to take them. I have the Empress. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Justice. I'm looking at it, I'm like, you don't look like the Empress. That's Justice. I've got Nine of Swords. I had the Hangman, but in reverse. I like that. I have that Seven of Wands. I have the Three of Swords. And I have the Two of Wands. I just want to say, I feel like this Two of Wands is... Well, it's like you're looking at just Three of Swords, right? And this is heartache, heartbreak, sadness. Usually someone else caused it, right? Yeah. Yeah, by the way, it's three again. You have three cups spilled over here. Three swords in the heart here. But I'm noticing within the Two of Wands is how much brown he has on. How stable he feels. Secure. So I feel like what this is saying, Taurus, is, you know, why is this person leaving? Because this person doesn't give you a sense of security, stability. They just don't. If anything, they keep you in your head and not in your heart. But this is showing me the ability of you being able to release that previous heartache. Keep your feet to the ground, keep moving forward. There's new growth on those wands, always. I'm not sure what he's holding, but in some way, it's helping him. It's like a crystal ball. It's not a crystal ball, but it reminds me of like a GPS. Like he's setting his GPS to where he wants to go now. And it's away from this. Two energies just can't fit together. Okay. So what's this Ten of Wands? What's it been about? Worry. You know, Seven of Wands here. That feeling of needing to defend myself. Stand my ground. It's like someone trying to shake you to your core. You know, Justice and the Seven of Wands mirroring each other, so I feel Justice is, it's almost like here to even the playing ground. Does that make sense? Justice wants you out of your head. Now, I'm not talking about your logical mind. I'm talking about, our imagination and how our imaginations can get away from us. And I feel like that's what Justice is saying. It's time to get out of your head, especially if this is regarding someone else, even a job, something that I had hoped for didn't turn out my way. But listen, there's new growth right after it. I have the Hangman here in reverse. And I mean, does that look like an awakening? That's an awakening. I mean, look at him. It's like, in reverse, I'm looking for clarity. I'm seeking wisdom. Here, I found it. Hangman, I don't want to move forward, right? It's almost like I'm refusing. I'm just going to hang out here for a little while. I don't know my way. I'm not sure. But you will be awakened to it. Some of you're truly having an awakening. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I feel like you're truly, finally feeling your worth as, well, I was going to say as a lover, but not just a lover, just your whole worth. Because I can see this, almost like an on again, off again. Not trusting myself, worrying about heartache again, worrying if it's going to come again. And I feel what it's talking about is within the Seven of Swords energy, right? So that is a battle, and like I have to battle here. Well, that's not love. Shouldn't have to battle, right? I have to defend myself. I have to stand up for myself. Why? Because there's something has been off, and I feel like it is within you. Doesn't mean not the other person too, but what I mean is, it's like you're having an awakening to understand that again, karmic relationships, we got to let them go, right? Because remember what we open with. This is about starting new, but having this open heart. Now, listen, this isn't about, okay, my heart is open, I'm ready for love. This is a new way of just being. It's like this Ten of Burns is taken off of you. You're relieved of it. And then you turn into this King of Cups, which is a very loving, fun type of energy. So, transformation? I think so. But how beautiful. Okay, so for a few of you, this Knight of Swords could be a Libra. So it could certainly be a Libra coming in, but I also have Earth. Because I know this is someone coming in to relieve me of this Ten of Wands. And I have the awakening to that here. And it's funny because when I have the awakening, my worry stops, like my worry ends. And attached to that is wanting to go in a new direction, wanting my life to be different. But it's starting with you. Remember that. It starts with you. Again, very grounded energy, awakening to the truth. Truth could be of someone else, but also of yourself. Taurus, I feel like you are moving out of this energy, which I love. I'm just looking at this man here. He sees this coming for him. It's like he's trying to cover one eye, right? Cover his mouth, too. And, Taurus, I feel like this is the other person that is here now. And I don't mean that in a ha-ha type of way. Not at all. But I feel like what it's showing you is whoever this person was who hurt you, and I do feel like it hurt you deeply. And again, I don't know. I'm getting these threes, so you could have gave it 3 attempts. But I feel like you have, you're having your awakening. I feel like they have yet to have this awakening, over their own actions. But that's not your problem anymore. Because this person clearly has the choice to see it, to examine it, to work through it. And part of their action towards you could have certainly came from previous heartache. See, we've got to understand how when we don't clean our house of any past energy, there is no more room, right? It's like being a hoarder, to an extent. We've got to clean our house and lock the door. And the house is representing purity to me, bringing in good energy. Anyway, so this person has yet to learn their mistakes. They have yet to see their part in something. However, that alone can be a reason to move on, right? Because maybe they never see it. Maybe they blame you for everything that's ever happened in their life, that kind of energy. I wanted to say maybe you're doing the same, and maybe you are, but this is more about them at this point. So here's this awakening. Here is this Knight of Swords. Here is this Ten of Wands that wants to come to the end. Here's Justice. Almost like Justice is saying, you've put in enough time. You have spent the time to learn your lessons. It was a 7. Sometimes I feel spiritual within this 7, even though it's a 7 of Wands, but I feel it as in, again, I learn from that energy. And this is about being excited for your future, Taurus. It's almost that energy of like being like a chameleon and learning to go with the flow forward. Okay, let's keep going. Will this person ever learn their lesson? Will they ever see their part in it? Maybe. But they're not right now. Okay. So if anything, they may look at you and put the burden on you. But I feel like you know better. Okay, let's look at this Nine of Swords, Prince of Cups, and the Six of Cups. And why I feel this is more your energy is because I'm starting with the Nine of Swords into this Prince of Cups, which is going, I'm sorry, yeah, into the Prince of Cups, which is moving into the Six of Cups. Now, I do feel like we're in different energy now, okay? I feel like it's talking about a different group of people. And I know that's confusing, right? Because here we do have someone from the past. But let's see. So I have the Empress. Loving, nurturing, very creative. You know, the Empress can figure her way out of any situation. The Empress sends in help. You know, I feel like the Empress is a sense of comfort for you right now. You know, it is, I often think of the Empress as a Taurus card with a little fire in there. Seven of Pentacles. Just above it. Six of Swords. And the Seven of Swords. Dang it. Two sixes, two sevens. Taurus, I feel like, you know, maybe with the full moon that just took place, or is it taking place tonight? I think it's Sagittarius' full moon. I believe it's tonight. Today is the 29th or 28th. Oh my God, I don't even know. Anyways, I feel like there's a sense of real comfort coming your way. And with her being attached to the Seven of Pentacles, you know, this is about my own seeds of intention. And listen, this is about your creativity within that too. And I have to just say, you know, I have the Seven of Swords here, almost like, I don't know. I feel like fighting the Empress in a way, but this energy will never beat the Empress. Because Seven of Swords can be a very sneaky, manipulative type of energy. You know, that someone that you just feel like you can't put your full trust in. Have you moving away from that energy? Okay, I gotta take a second here because I want to figure this out. There's something going on here. Okay. If you are thinking about possibly calling, texting, emailing an ex, because I feel like, you know, this is what you feel like you want. Oh, you know, ugh. I'm not you. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? It is reality, so I mean, not all love works out. It just doesn't. The majority of it doesn't. But a lot of it's not meant to. Mental energy again. And it's showing me that you did walk away at one time. And listen, um, again, I feel like you need to remind yourself of why you walked away and what it is that you really want in your life. Because this is about you. The Empress is here to nurture you, to even throw you some ideas, some epiphanies to, um, it's like one day, one day you're just you're going along, and you could be thinking about someone, thinking that this is, that was the seed that I planted, he must be my twin flame, she must be my soulmate because that is what I planted. And it's almost like the Empress is like, boop, like an apple falling on your head to get your attention. No, that was not your seed. Can it be worked out anyways? Well, I'm not sure why you'd want to, because I have the Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Hello. So much mental energy connected to this person of the past. Um, so much. And with it ending with the Seven of Swords, I don't feel like there's change. I feel like the Empress is saying, be careful, because what you're doing is you think you're manifesting love, but you're manifesting what you've already had and been through. Again, no change. It's almost like that Three of Swords, where that person still has not seen their ways, okay? Maybe they never do. But I feel like the Empress is saying, Taurus, no, 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 no. You think this is your seed of intention, but it's not. It's like a false seed. Do you want to go down that path again? Because it was difficult. I want to look at something real quick. It's weird how I even separated the cards. Like, I don't want this energy to affect this beautiful, nurturing, loving of life, loving of myself, seeing reality, seeing things for what they truly are, what I think is my seed of intention, and then you may question, like, well, why did it come to me that way? Well, maybe that just wasn't the person. Maybe that was a karmic lesson, a quick karmic lesson, that was available to you. Almost to get you back into your true self, your true nature. Okay. The Hermit and a Strength card. And this is how I was going to take it. One here, one here. So the Hermit, could be card of Virgo. Well, it is card of Virgo. But I feel like the Hermit is illuminating the Empress. And in return, the Empress is giving the Hermit, which is you right now, this energy, these epiphanies. What is all over me? Like, I did my nails and ugh. You're being shown, and the energy is available to you. Now, we got to remember the Empress came on the Nine of Swords. So, for some of you, you're in that Nine of Swords energy right now. Nine of Swords, again, is extreme worry that I put myself through. Some of it based in fact, but it's not a good type of energy for you. Hermit's even looking down at this nine, like, wants you to see. The Empress and the Hermit are working together, so you can see that what you thought was your seed of intention. So chances are you're calling in a soulmate type energy. And you're thinking it's this person, but it turned out it wasn't. I do have a Leo here. But I also have the ability to let go of this energy. It's almost like this person, it feels like a temptation. It feels like a pulling you in a way. And I'm sorry, but again, it's that energy of someone is not any different than the last time. And it's showing me that it's almost like your brain, the tower will come back around again. Of course, this is not for all of you, but this is definitely the energy of I am in my head over someone else. I feel like I know that they've brought you a lot of mental tough energy. I know that you could not 100% trust this person. 100%, maybe 50%. I know this person probably lied a lot. Because I feel like, especially attached to the Leo here, and I'm not putting Leo down when I say this, but I feel like, you know, I'm going to tell you whatever you need to hear just so you stay off my back. That type of energy. Half truths, half truths, half truths. This is the ability to understand that this person was more karmic, not soulmate. Strength coming over that tells me that you did feel like that bond, right? But again, it is, you can feel a bond with someone based out of negative energy too, but it's half lies. But I also feel like you have the ability to get over this. You're seeing it, you're understanding it. It's like this person is your weakness. It's like they're your kryptonite. But I see it now. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Let me tell you what I feel like is happening here. Because I feel like the Hermit and the Empress are working together on your behalf. And I feel like this is the reason. So for some of you, this is about new love. New opportunity. Completely different than what, first of all, it's a king. And this energy down here, this person is ending with the 7. This is a king. This is someone who I would say is equal, right? Not above you, not below you. You're at equal grounds. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put a card on that. Look at that. You have the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. So, clearly, this is showing you when we don't allow others to affect us. Because it is like this king is feeding you, and then you are going on this journey. And on this journey, you finally run into your Ten of Pentacles. But with the Six of Pentacles attached to it. So this is telling me that to reach this Ten of Pentacles, I need to have, I don't want to have a greedy mind. This is coming out of balance. And we had Justice earlier. With the Chariot. Chariot, especially with the World card. Finding that balance within. But this is also, especially with the King of Cups here, a very loving, charitable energy. Wanting to give to someone else. And that someone else wanting to give to you. Taurus, I kind of love this for you, right? Six of Pentacles going to the Ten of Pentacles. This tells me this is an equal type of love. I know that sounds weird. This is your seed of intention. This is your seed of intention. Whether it's a job, starting a business, going over, doing your own creative ideas. I feel like you're getting the ideas, but then putting them into action. What it's about, Taurus, is you're entering this new chapter with a really balanced, beautiful energy. Now, it's available to you. Will you jump on board? So, we've had some horrible cards. We had the Ten of Wands, we had the Tower, we had the Three of Swords, but here we are, ending up in the Ten of Pentacles. So, you see how letting the past go really brings your true intentions in. Because that's what I feel. This is your true intention. There's no restriction here. Again, whether this is an actual water sign, what it's showing me is the person, not just the person coming in having an open heart, the person coming in getting you, especially with these pentacles, like really getting you, and you them. This is someone who doesn't hurt your finances, helps your finances. So it's not someone who's going to be leeching money off of you. If anything, they're bringing plenty of money to the table. So this is, they're financially stable. And that means a lot to you. And I get that. Okay, so this is a beautiful thing that's happening here. And it just doesn't feel like there's any room for the people in the past. And I know some of you, you desperately want this, but, and I wish I could tell you what you want to hear. However, I wouldn't be serving you by doing that. Matter of fact, sorry, I was just moving around. If anything, I want to really open your eyes to this. How my life can be versus how it is now. Even if you're sitting in a pretty good life, this is the ability to even improve upon that. Really, the world and the wheel. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at this bottom line. We have the Eight of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Wheel. Ten of Wands, first card. Two of Swords. Over the Two of Swords, I have the Queen of Pentacles. So that could very well be you. Or another earth sign. Male or female, by the way. I have the Queen of Cups. Male or female. And I have the Four of Cups. Alright, I don't know why I laid it that way. I feel like since you left this relationship, this prior relationship, or they left you, what since it ended. And real quick, I just want to say for a few of you, there still may be some communication, but I don't feel like it's getting better. I feel like it's getting worse. I feel like, again, it's like the story of the daughter telling the mother, Mama, there's a lesson, you're not getting it. So, my desire came. All right, for a few of you, why are you having a hard time getting this person out of your mind? Why you can't stop thinking about them? I feel like it's a couple things. Um, Number one, that's what you're focusing on. It is what you're focusing on. So you got to change your focus, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here. Um, because she is about abundance, stability. You know, no detail gets past her. Doesn't matter how small, she'll catch it. She'll pick it up. Kind of like the detective, right? Sometimes I don't even mean you like you're sitting like I don't even mean to. I can't help it. It's like maybe you're intuitively feeling. But listen, um, part of it is because you're bored within your own life. It's almost like that energy of having to have love. Why? Why? We're in Gemini with a Sagittarius full moon. And I don't find that very emotional at all. I don't know what that was. It just passed. So you're focusing on this person. I know, again, here's those three cups. 333. Come on, 333. You've done this before. And I feel like what it's saying is one way you can help yourself get over this person is to focus more on your work, yet in a creative way. It doesn't have to be your work, but it is redirecting your focus. It's that thinking of I can't control my own mind, but then realizing that yes, you absolutely can. Let me give you a quick example. I was doing, I think it was Pisces reading, which I have not uploaded yet, but I will. And I sat down to do the reading and I think it was Pisces, but I felt, like I needed the lights to be low. I felt mysterious and I felt kind of, no energy. And I started the reading and then noticed my camera messed up. So I stopped and looked back and I realized that, nothing recorded. So I knew that I had to change my energy, that Pisces needed me to change my energy. So I went in the room and I started lifting weights. And then came back and did the reading. And I'm telling you that because that is how I got my mind to change. I went and started lifting some weights. Do your affirmations. And, please remember that you are self-creating here also. Okay. I feel like for a few of you, why wouldn't it work? I feel like for a few, because it just doesn't feel like they're mature enough. I don't feel like they can contribute to your lifestyle or even in your life. Um, like you, I don't know. It's like you're willing to put in hard work, right? You're willing to put in that hard work. You're willing to, you want a strong foundation. It's important to you. And yet I don't feel like this other person has a strong foundation. So let's leave it at that. But you need to refocus your attention because it does feel like from boredom from your own life. Yet I do have this Queen of Cups looking over. And she definitely wants to offer this cup. Here it is. So we now have the Queen and King of Cups that showed up in a reading. And I kind of love that. Again, that energy of a chameleon. Going with the flow. This person can be completely different than what you've ever expected. I don't know. But I do feel like there is a lot of difference between who's coming in and who we're letting go of, who we're trying to not think about. But you can do it. You have all the ability of the Empress came out for you, Justice came out for you. The world is here saying it. Yes, this is the right path going forward. A new journey, a new, you're closing the door to previous pain and you're locking it. I almost feel like you should build a wall over it. So there's no chance that door can reopen. Listen, if it's meant to, it will. But this is definitely energy you guys need to let go of. Because there is so much that wants to come in. There is so much that is going to come in. Especially with finances, man, it just looks beautiful for the month of June. Again, this Ten of Wands showing up. It's about allowing that to end. And I feel, with you showing up here, you're absolutely going to do that. I feel like decisions, like you're going to make these decisions much easier. It's even like within the Two of Swords, she's feeling that Ten of Wands and understanding that, okay, it is time for me to let that go. I'm carrying other people's burdens here too. Remember that. But I chose to do that. I said yes to it. Sometimes great, but not always. But yet with the Queen coming out here, I just feel like, stability will be yours. Refocus. And I mean, the Wheel's your last card. So, let's look at our four corners. We have the World, mirrored by the Ace of Swords. Your own truth. The Eight of Cups down here. It's about your desire. You know, and I have to say, I feel like this full moon for a few of you is also part of what brings you clarity. Almost like you're waiting for this full moon, but it arrives. Of course it arrives. And the ability to then go into this next chapter. Okay, let's put these away and let's do final clarification because I don't feel like everything came out here. Okay, I just had a look at the 3 wands on the bottom there. So, you know, that's good. That's feeling optimistic. You know, even if you're alone in this energy, oh, I just put it somewhere else. It's still a feeling of optimism about my life. You know, just gotta love each other. We gotta learn how to let go of hurt, pain. We gotta look to see where that lesson was so we can learn it and move on. Just move on because we're always moving towards something better if we we were able to grasp the lesson. You know, that lesson's there for a reason. And I just feel like there's been a few people that have just thrown you off balance, put their problems on you. And I feel like it's time to say no more, no more. You know, still coming from a loving heart, but it's just like you're loving yourself now. You're loving yourself. Okay, we're going to do final clarification. Final clarification. You know, if you were intuitively guided here, you know, much like I don't like to give, you know, is this a water sign? Is it an earth sign? Because we all carry all those elements. So it's really about how a person's showing up. Are they showing up emotionally? Are they showing up with too many question marks around them? You know, are they showing up steady and stable? That's really how you tell who's coming in. Okay, final clarification. Anyways, I was just going to say, if you know, you're intuitively guided and you're not a Taurus, then you just insert your own name. Okay, one more. And I, you know, real quick, I just want to say, you know, I had a few yell at me, asking me for Taurus. Like, what the hell? Why do you always put Taurus last? And that is not the truth, and you guys know that. I want to say for that person, this is not why I'm doing the reading. Because, if anything, that energy turns me off. You know, like, first of all, it's not even June. You know, you remember when my readings would come out like mid-month for the beginning of the month? So I think we have to find gratitude, right? And that type of energy will never get me to do anything. It is intuitively what I felt is Taurus needed to come next. Okay, so I mean, I don't mind someone saying, "Oh, Sandy, when you know, like when you can do your Libra, I'm excited for it." But no, this is different. This is like, how dare you make me wait, and how dare, like, forget that. Like, just go somewhere else. Matter of fact, I may have muted you because maybe it's something to do with the full moon coming, but I just thought, bullshit. Bullshit. Don't demand something. It's coming from something that's free. And if you don't think I put a lot of time and effort into the readings, then you don't know me. My readings are long for you, not for me, for you, because I want to dig. And I want you to walk away with clarity. Okay. So, I feel like for the month of June, don't bitch at me. Just don't bitch at me because I don't want to hear it. You know, unless it's something I literally did wrong. All right, sorry about that, but I felt it. I just don't want that person to think that um their words are being rewarded, because they're not. And if I didn't love so many Tauruses, I would have put it off just because of that. But I don't know why I'm saying all that. Yeah, maybe this is the energy you're taking on too. Like, forget it, bullshit. Like, you know, like if you can see that it's fair and someone is judging you or throwing you resistance, it's just like, forget it. Okay. Okay, final clarification. What else can we know? Did I miss anything? Bring it out now, please. What else can we know? In June 2018. Forward. Hello, Ten of Pentacles. Twice. Well, hello, Taurus. Do I love seeing that there for you? Your own card next to that Ten of Pentacles? You better believe it. And then look at that. The Eight of Pentacles. Man, oh man. Feels like very clear message. Like, how do I get to the Ten of Pentacles? I work for it. For some of you, this is about... I feel like what it's saying is, like, this is not about whether I have someone in my life or not. This is about your own ability. And this is knowing that you can bring yourself this Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles to me is, you know, feel like I'm living the good life. I feel comfortable. I feel stable. I have enough money to pay my bills. I, you know, probably have extra money left over. I may have, you know, a savings account here, you know, extra money to put into stocks, that type of thing. So I'm like building my portfolio. I mean, all earth. You know, and the Hierophant coming in the middle here. It is like he's giving you the keys, giving you the knowledge of wisdom, right? Because I feel like that's what he's saying is, this is what you need to take in mind or keep in mind. It doesn't have to be someone else within this Ten of Pentacles. You can live quite a life and not be partnered, right? This is also about understanding yourself, knowing your own abilities. I mean, literally, you don't need anyone else to take you to this Ten of Pentacles. It doesn't mean there won't be someone else, but it's showing me your own fortitude and strength and ability to go after a goal and bring it home. So beautiful finances, guys. Beautiful finances. But beautiful finances for those who are putting in the work. The Eight of Pentacles, though, I want to remind you something. You know, the Eight of Pentacles, I love what I'm doing here. I'm learning. You know, I continue to learn through this Eight of Pentacles, and it's exactly what I want, right? I want to learn this information. I want to become the master of my domain. The master of my domain. So it's being willing to put in that work. But again, it brings you a sense of joy. Didn't you know I had cards down here? I have Judgment under that Ten of Pentacles. Hello. Look at that. I have the Four of Wands under the Hierophant. Both can certainly talk about marriage. And then I have the Three of Swords falling under this Eight of Pentacles. I really don't feel like they're talking to each other. I feel it's more judgment. I feel like this is healing over. This is a rebirth. This is, just like what I said earlier, letting something go. It's the higher calling. This is like the World card, right? It's almost like making the announcement that this is energy that's going away. Healing over. This is a card about our ancestors, those who have passed before us, and how they then turn around and help us in spirit form, which, by the way, can be tremendous. Some people think, well, you know, can a deceased loved one really help me? Or is it my imagination? Oh no, they can truly help you, but you have to be aware of the energy. Doesn't mean you got to be aware like, oh, is that my mom? You know, you can be. It's feeling the universal energy, and there's a difference. There's a difference when I'm allowing the universe to I'm just flowing with the universe. It's like going down a lazy river on a Sunday afternoon. Or am I trying to come up that river and fight the current, yet I keep getting pushed back? Anyway, I feel like this is talking about the end of this for you. Not even a person, but the end of feeling this way, feeling broken. And then I have the Hierophant with the Four of Wands. And I'm reminding, like when I read about the Hierophant in the beginning, how the Hierophant asks us to come to him, seeking knowledge. And I feel like what it's talking about is your real soulmate. Some of you, this is who you're going to marry, no doubt. Definitely a commitment like none other. With the Hierophant attached to this, it makes me feel so good. You know, like this person that is coming in has real morals. The opposite of what you have. And I often feel within the Four of Wands that this is someone much like ourselves. Because I feel like these two people meet and you just know. I definitely do not want you to be afraid of new love coming in the door. Please, please, please. Because there is a chance that you could still feel that energy. But I know what this is telling you. Number one, you deserve the highest love of all. If you are in that energy. So this is also about your own energy, right? But you deserve it. You know, it's like already written in the stars for you. Okay. I know, I should end it, but I want to take, I have the King of Wands, so fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I have the Two of Swords. I have the Two of Wands. It's like the Two of Wands is looking back at that Two of Swords saying, come on, sister, you've been in that energy for too long. Like, you feel it. You know, sometimes the Two of Wands, we don't make a decision about something because we don't feel comfortable yet to make that decision, right? We don't feel sure enough within ourselves. So, you know, why? Because there's still some healing that needs to happen. You know, within the two, and, you know, I'm looking down here at just Three of Swords. So this is probably the healing over. But then it moves beautifully into that Two of Wands. And now we have a fire sign attached to that. So I have a feeling this is someone coming in. Again, Leos, yeah, Leo, Aries, Sag. I do feel also that, I don't feel like this is anyone from your past. I feel like this is someone new. Look at that. The star card just popped out. Card of Aquarius. Same energy I felt before, right? I want to manifest something to myself. But the star coming out almost saying, you know, be aware of what you're trying to manifest and be aware of how you're trying to do it. Because with the Four of Wands here or the Three of Swords, you know, which one am I manifesting back? Not that you're trying to bring the Three of Swords to you, but is this like an X type of energy? Nonetheless, I hope not, because what it's showing me is your ability to, I keep saying your ability, but it's like the universe is opening up. You know, I'm trying to think of planetary action, but I know something with Saturn too. And Saturn to me is about your authentic self, seeing your authentic self. Saturn feels to me like like a karmic energy, only as in like Saturn will throw you some tests, but these tests are to help build you up. Because Saturn can put restriction on you if you don't. Like if I refuse to look at this lesson, I can get restrictions. So I just want you to remember that. Because this is supposed to be a beautiful time for you, okay? We opened this up with the Ten of Pentacles. Hello. We have your Hierophant. Hello. This Four of Wands and Judgment. Hello. And now the Star card. Taurus, did you just gain balance? Did you just balance that yin and yang? Your light and your shadow? That's what I feel like. Because here's a Chariot. And the chariot doesn't come in until you're ready for the chariot, because the chariot wants to move you, right? It's time to move to a new way of being, a new direction. But this is a balanced energy. And man, is life a lot more fun when your energy is balanced. Hello. So we have Leo again. But the sun. What? Let's think about the sun for a second. Because we're moving, right? We got the chariot now, which means there is balance. I do have balance over the yin and the yang, within myself. And the sun is it's almost like the sun is coming out. Wow, it almost looks like it is like lighting up the cards. But it's coming out to, remember earlier, well, here it is. We have the Ten of Pentacles, right? We have the Eight of Pentacles. This is you working hard towards your goals. And the universe is asking you to do that. But you got to carve out some time for some fun, because there's elements coming. So you really want to have a balance over that too, okay? Even if you're single, which I feel like I'm talking more to single people right now, you may call yourself in a relationship, but I feel like if you haven't been together for a while, then call yourself single, right? Anyway, it's about making sure you leave yourself time to have fun. I almost feel like you won't be able to help it. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which we had earlier. And I always feel like this is help from behind the scenes. Something coming that I'm not expecting. Someone very much like me. This is what I'm manifesting. This is what I want. Someone who is like me. Someone who does have their shit together. Has balance. And someone who makes you feel good. Happy. Joyful. Not stressed. Sad. This is the opposite. This is that Two of Wands and King of Cups. So listen, I feel like May was a tough month. Definitely was a tough month. Maybe even parts of April, probably towards the end, mid-April, up until this point, probably at the full moon. I feel like that's when things change for you. And don't forget, with the Eight of Pentacles, this is about your own action too, right? The ability to heal over. You have universal help here. And why are they coming in to try to help you heal this past? To look at it, see for what it truly was, and then heal the pain of it. Because, new love is on this path. But it does require balance to really work at its highest form, which I feel like is exactly what it's going to do. So again, you have it's like you were thinking one way in the beginning of the reading, and now you're thinking a different way. So, even though you may have heartache right now, it's showing me that not only will you get over that, but you're going to have a real feeling of joy and happiness back in your life again. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. Because I definitely felt your struggles. Okay. See if anything else wants to come out. with the Death card. So this is clear endings. This is ending things without resistance. Knowing that it's best. This is closing the door. For some of you, this could represent a Scorpio. Yeah, could be who that King of Cups is. Look at that, the Emperor. I feel like I'm getting your people now. Like, who is in this Four of Wands? Or for some it's Scorpio, some it's an Emperor, which would be Aries. I have the Seven of Cups. That could be Cancer. But this is a joyful action too, right? This is feeling good, much like the Sun. A lot of different options can be within the Seven of Cups, but it doesn't have to be about options. It's definitely feeling good. You know, I think what's going to happen is you're going to find that you're getting a lot of compliments. That this is the month where people are pulled towards Taurus. You know, you carry that special element. You know, it's like handing the wand over, or the wand's been handed to you from Aries. Justice. So we got Libra. Look at the major arcanas. And look at that, the Ten of Wands. It's how it came up before, right? Justice came over this. And again, I did feel like somehow clarity was going to be given to you over why you've been in this Ten of Wands energy for so long. Not that you weren't meant to go through it, you were, but sometimes we definitely stay too long. You know, so it almost feels like these are the people that are coming to help. Some of you, this could be a new boss also. This could be a boss. Uh-oh. You could be a boss. You could be head of a company. And there may be someone you're interested in. You know, I feel like the Seven of Cups, so I said, you know, it's not about all these different options. I feel like what it's saying is there's a lot of different options for all of you out there. Like there's someone for everyone. And there is someone for everyone. There's more than one person for everyone. My God, Leo again. And the Eight of Wands. Okay. So I just wanted something to help us see where we're moving forward to. So I have strength again. The ability to tame the beast within me. To understand the beast within me. I'm calling it the beast, but, you know, it's those elements that can get you in trouble. They can get you stuck in energy. But it's control over that now. And with the Eight of Wands, it's movement. And it's almost like as soon as you say yes to this new path, whether, you know, however that shows up for you, it's about yes. New, yes. Old, no. New, yes. Old, no. Because it feels like there's passion coming your way. There's intensity coming your way. You know, and again, Taurus, it's like many people interested in you. But the right one will shine above the rest. I feel like, you know, take your time. I also feel like this is saying for some of you, go out and date. Like, date different people. You may, you know, it's like learning. Like, look at the energies I have. I have Aries and Scorpio. Completely different energies. So that's what I feel like. And by the way, Seven of Cups is about the options that come to us are different. Like they're all different. So I feel like this is also about don't rush. You know, we all want to go into that Four of Wands, that beautiful, happy, loving relationship. And it's showing that you will get there, but don't rush it. Because some of this is a lot of fun. And some of this, you know, maybe you don't make a love connection with everyone. Of course, you're not going to, but you may make some great friends. And some of these people might end up helping you, you helping them. So, what I kind of feel like is this is saying, you know, like eyes are on you. And if you're being asked out, just, you know, say yes. Your choice. But I feel like you should say yes. Because I feel you're going to meet a lot of great people in the month of June. And one of them may just be your happily ever after. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. This, of course, went a little longer than what I wanted, but what are you going to do? I don't know. Just thank you for showing up. Your authentic selves, your beautiful selves. Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to do this. I mean, really, you know, it is hard work, and it is, you know, it's exhausting. It is, but I love it. I just love it. And could I make it easier? Yeah, I could. I could do 10-minute videos. But that's just not me. Okay, guys. Thank you so much again for your support, your donations, just for everything. Your comments. You know, I haven't had a chance. I've read the comments. I want you guys to know that, like, I have read a lot of the comments. I just haven't had a chance to reply. But know that your comments are read, and I even read, you know, your comments to each other. And I still think that there are hookups to be made within the comment section. Maybe it's for you this month, Taurus, because again, a lot of different options. You know, the eyes are on you. You are holding a sensuality within you. I feel like you're really going to feel your power and your worth. And this is not because other people are doing it, but I feel like, listen, I feel like it doesn't hurt that you're getting a lot of compliments. It may not, you know, this energy hasn't, I don't feel like this energy is really kicked in yet, but it will. It will. Okay, guys, I'm going to let it go. I love you so much. You know that. And I feel your love. And wow, I'm so blessed. Truly to have you guys in my life, so thank you. All right, I don't know. Go on and get them for June. You know, Ten of Pentacles, guys. You had it all. Just some hard lessons you had to look at. Not even really hard because you've been in it. So clarity available to you. Okay, guys, I love you. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.